Hello and welcome. I am JV with the Cyber and U team, and today we're going to cover how to add organizational units and then users in Active Directory. So let's go ahead and get started. There's two ways that I like to do it, and that is you're going to go to the bottom left here and then type in dsa.msc. This will open up the Active Directory Users and Computers console, which we would use to manage our organizational units and users and security groups and other items. Another way to access it would be to go again to the bottom left, open up Server Manager, hit Tools at the top right here, and then click on Active Directory Users and Computers. Same thing, you'll get this console, Active Directory Users and Computers. One's faster than the other, so I do prefer to do the dsa.msc. So now let's go ahead and get into creating an organizational unit. And the reason we would want organizational units is to keep our domain clean, for one. Two, you can assign different permissions to your organizational units. And another reason might be you have an administrator located over in Los Angeles. You don't exactly need them managing the organizational unit over in New York or have any rights with those other sites. So we're just trying to keep everything separated and keeping our organizational power within our domain nice and clean. And for security reasons, obviously, we don't really want people messing with other sites. So we're going to go ahead and create one. We're going to right-click on our domain, click on New, and then just go down here to Organizational Unit, and we will call this one Los Angeles. And then within your organizational unit, you can create more organizational units. I don't know if you want to go with maybe a building or HR, finance, IT department. You can just break it down even further just to keep everything nice and simple, and a quick overview on managing your domain. So we're going to create another one called HR. And then within HR, we're going to create our user. So you right click on HR, click New, click User, and then you'll have to fill out the first name, which we'll just call John, last name Doe, and then for instance, if you want to change the full name, which people will be able to see more easily, you can call it Doe, John, and then Finance Department Building 500, and then you need to give them an actual logon name. If you don't have PKI enabled or have like a token involved with it, the user will log in using their logon name and credentials involved with that. So we're just going to place john.doe at our domain, hit next. And then if the user is with you, you can set the password here with them, or you can send them a temporary password and then have them change it at next logon, so then they can change the password to whatever they would like it to be. User cannot change password. That's more for if you do have like a token or anything like that involved with it. Password never expires. You don't really ever want to click on this. Password should always be changed within 30, 60, 90 days, whatever your company ends up needing. And then account is disabled. Well, we just created the account. Why would we want to disable it? But that's an option for later. If, let's say, somebody leaves the company, you want to disable it first, just in case this person either comes back or maybe they're just gone for a couple of weeks and obviously wouldn't have to log in, so you disable it so nobody else can use that as an attack vector in the meantime. So for now, we're just going to put in a temporary password. And then finish up. And there you have it. And if you want to change anything on the user, you just right click, hit properties, and then there's a bunch of options you can change. You can put an actual description in there. You can put in what office they work for, give them a phone number. If you had Microsoft Exchange or whatever you guys use for your email, you can put that in here as well. A bunch of features in here. If you need more specific information as to where they work, you can put it in the address. Account is where you would change the password to never expire, change password. Smart card is required for interactive logon in case you guys do have PKI enabled. Just a lot of features here. We're not really going to go over that for today. This was just a demonstration on how to create the organizational unit and the user itself. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you again.